This is the best trip I've ever been on.
Sorry, we're getting distracted by fans. Just wait.
See, you should be like that guy. Tops off. Credit to you, sir.
Just wait until the home leg. If you're not there,
Bring your scarves.
bring everything. Bring your man boobs, everything.
Not Southampton.
We're not Southampton fans. Newcastle fans. We're fucking mates.
We're fucking class. We're fucking class. We're fucking class.
It might be his dodgy accent.
Newcastle fans TV! Fucking hell, Sam! You'd never even guess what happened to me tonight. I wasn't allowed in because apparently they found drugs on us. They didn't find drugs on us. But nonetheless, I broke in. I didn't break into anywhere.
Yes, hello everyone from St Mary's. You can see lots of Newcastle fans heading onto the coach in very, very good voices.
This is the best trip I've ever been on. Until next month.
We've all witnessed Newcastle win a semi-final, but it's only the first leg. 1 foot is through the door, everybody. This is the last word. Yes, hello everyone. You would have seen Sam and I called you Johnny there. Sam and Harry's match reaction and the vlog from me and Harry when we were undercover. Go and have a look at that. But this is the last word, and we are freezing. That's why my hood up. It's got to be what? What's the temperature?
About -1, -2. It's not that
it's
cold.
more than that.
Is it? Is it?
I did think it was worse. I thought maybe -3, but
I'm going -5. I'm going -5.
Are you supposed to be hard and northerners?
Not a day.
You
I'm
should be
not.
tops off.
oh, I'm
Go on,
fine.
then.
No, I'm not from the north. Apparently, I am when it comes to here, though.
You're a lot more north, probably. Yeah. But let's begin. Harry, I'll come to you with the lineup.
Yeah.
We were all thinking there'll be the 2 changes, which was Isak and ASM. But only 3 days later, he says no, and he keeps the same lineup.
Yeah, a little surprise, as you say. I wasn't sure if he'd stay unchanged or go with Isak and ASM over Wilson and possibly Willock. But not too surprised overall. Yeah, reasonably happy with that. I would have preferred to see those changes being made, but got us the job done, didn't it, tonight?
It did. A very strong lineup. Southampton, of course. The question was, I was asking them, do they take this seriously or not? But there's a lot of players that Southampton, they always seem to change like a dozen signings. It feels to me like every 12 months.
Yeah, and they just get these signings from nowhere. Like they played a new guy tonight, and he was pretty anonymous all game. So that looks like it's worked wonders. Who cares about Southampton signings and their starting 11? It was nothing we couldn't cope with. It was no coincidence, though, let's face it, that our double change, the changes that we expected in the starting 11, they changed the game and really put us on a sure footing. But to be respectful of Southampton, they have got some players that can hurt you. At the end of the day, Man City couldn't get the job done here.
Yeah, they've got some respectful players, but they've got shit fans because they can't even sell out the home.
Crazy.
They can't even sell out a semi-final, which is just mind-boggling. I'm not having none of this, it's a midweek game and it's costing money. It was only for Southampton fans, 21 quid in person, 24 if you booked it online. Because me and Harry should definitely know about that. Because we were there. Have a look at the vlog. You'll see that Sam was loving it because he was in the way end. But we'll go to the first half, Harry.
Yeah.
And where do we start here? What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the goal that wasn't the goal, or do you want to talk about the Willock chance, the 2 Willock chances?
I think we've got to start with we had a couple of early moments. Willock was pretty much one-on through with the one-on-one through on goal, and he just blazed it over the bar. I think it was in the 2nd minute. Got to be putting that away, or at least on target. He had another chance. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh here. But he had another chance on the volley. Possibly could have got that on target. Longstaff squared one across the box early on. I think we should have been 1 or 2-0 up in that first half, which could have really helped us kill the game off later on. But having said that, obviously we've won the first leg. But yeah, got to have some improvement from our midfielders in that final third. Can't afford to miss chances like that.
I haven't seen it back, but Matty from the Magpie channel, big shout out, he's just next of us, said that Joelinton's goal, disallowed goal, was Joelinton, wasn't it?
It was.
It should have been a goal.
Yes. but it wasn't. There was VAR tonight, as we knew from later on in the game, thankfully. I had a horrendous view because it was the other side, so I didn't know what was going on. So
We didn't either.
well, it is what it is in the end. But I don't want to be negative at all, truth be told. But there are some issues because there was a lot of sloppy passing in and around the midfield. I thought Miggy had an absolute stinker tonight, but it doesn't matter in the end. But there is minor little issues, and we do need reinforcements. Otherwise, we could end up being like West Ham were in the past couple of seasons, where we'll just tail off and we won't maintain the top 4 charge. But for now, who cares? It looks like we're going to Wembley.
1 foot in the door, yeah, so Nick Pope had to kind of scoop a save in the end of that first half from distance. I'd be disappointed if he doesn't save that. So Newcastle go in 0-0, maybe feeling a little bit aggrieved that we're not winning the game. But the second half, Harry, was a lot more lively. So that yes, I know there's a couple of chances, but that Joelinton miss, that's worse than Willock's.
Yeah, it's comfortably miss of the game. It's
Miss of the season for us.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, just it's simple as he's just got to be putting it away, and this is where it could start costing us potentially, because our goals from Miggy have dried up. Wilson isn't on it, doesn't seem to be on it, especially with his finishing at the moment. So this is where the midfield have got to start contributing, you know, the likes of Longstaff, Willock, Joelinton. And we know Joelinton's never found it easy in front of goal, but chances like that, I expect, you know, Botman, but I expect anyone in the team to bury that. So yeah, it's a shame, but luckily we got through on the night to take a lead home.
Yeah, so we were thinking that's going to come back and haunt we, and it nearly did, because Nick Pope, Southampton get a bit of a buzz, and really there's only that spell of about 15 minutes, Sam, where they looked like the team that were going to break it down, because Nick Pope's come and had to pull out 2 wonderful saves, in particular the one where he sticks his leg out. Southampton on top there. They
were from about 55 minutes for a good 10-15 minutes. The substitutions changed the game. To Nick Pope, he's been showing it when called upon, because the defence were largely good. If we didn't get the breakthrough, I would have given man of the match to Share. But there was chances where they did break through the lines. And Nick Pope, as he's done on more than one occasion this season, he's saved us with an absolute worldie of a save. Should he be England's number 1? Of course he should. It's a no-brainer with saves like that tonight. Those moments can decide a game, and it's fine margins in a semi-final. On another day, we could be coming away with a 1-1 or 2-1 defeat, or on another day we could be coming away with a 3-1 win. But superb, and the substitutions changed the game. We were lacking the intensity. We'd dropped our levels a bit. They were finding space around our midfield. Joelinton needs to start coming back into the middle of the 3, because it's not clicking. Willock wasn't very good today again. Does a lot of donkey work, but there's no final pass. There's no fight at the moment. He's shown it before, but it's just not clicking at the moment. So second leg, I want to see Maxi start, and I want to see Isak start, and I want to see Joelinton in the midfield where he belongs.
There was, you mentioned already, Sam, there was a lot of sloppiness starting to creep in from Fabian Schär, Bruno, Trippier, all the big names that you wouldn't expect it. There wasn't loads, but they were creeping into the game, and when 1, 2, 3, 4 players starting to do it, you know, it puts you under the cosh. But the changes were made, as Sam says, Harry, that double substitution, we were all just waiting for it to happen. It did, and it wasn't too far along where we were talking just on the way out. Isak from that right-hand side with the cleverness and the burst of energy to set that goal up, and there's Joelinton, similar probably to the miss in similar position, but he puts it home.
Yeah, as you say, Isak with a really good burst of pace. Miggy had done that a couple of times in that second half, got him behind well, but there was never that final finish. Isak's he's done brilliantly there. He's absolutely brilliant, and it's just something, that we really needed, and set up Joelinton with a sitter. It is slightly easier than the one earlier. Should be burying both. Joelinton, could have had two or three tonight, but glad he put that one home and give us the lead. brilliant from Isak though. Love his impact from the bench, and I do want to see him start next week as well once he's got some proper week's worth of training under his belt.
Very, very difficult not to celebrate that. First time I've ever gone in the home end ever with Harry there, and it was difficult, that's what I will say. You'll see that in the vlog. Sam, on the other hand, pinched Johnny's ticket, was loving it. More fans behind us heading out of St James's. I know I said St James's. I did say St James's actually.
Too many saints.
There's too many saints. So they're over the moon, and of course, as we go 1-0 up, Sam, it didn't take too long where we thought they had equalised.
No, as to our goal, you could tell after the double change it was coming, it was there. And then Southampton responded very, very well, broke through, and they thought they'd equalised, but thankfully VAR, or was it Adam Armstrong? Did he know he handballed it? Kind of like when Mitrovic the other week just deliberately hit it twice.
Well, I said to you, didn't I? Is it an own goal? I wasn't sure, even though we were behind that goal. I was like, is that an own goal?
No, Armour's a Geordie, isn't he, at the end of the day? So it was a long, nervous wait, but the longer that wait goes on, in a sense, the more confident you are of a decision being reversed. So it was a nice celebration. It was nice, and it would have been harsh on us, to be fair, because we just reasserted our dominance, and there was only one team that was going to go on and really assert themselves into this cup tie, which we did after that.
Newcastle's got to win the Premier League. Sorry,
I'd take the Carabao Cup, but we were chasing a second goal all the way through. We were killing off that game, and obviously Maxi was imperious and wanted more, and he led to Southampton's player being sent off.
It did. Not that it affected the game, to be honest, but it probably affected the result, because second yellow card and he's off. But we had Jacob Murphy bursting through, the substitute on goal, puts it inside net, and Isak rounded the goalkeeper. If I'm being critical,
he could have hit it before, is what you're saying. He probably went round him too much.
Sorry, we're getting distracted by fans. Just wait.
See, you should be like that guy. Tops off. Credit to you, sir.
Just wait until the home leg. If you're not there,
bring your scarves.
Bring everything. Bring your man boobs. Everything. Bring the whole lot. So, yeah. So Isak should have done it a little bit better, but Newcastle win 1-0.
When he's fully fit and firing, and got proper training under his belt and a run of games starting, getting minutes, you were going to see one hell of a player.
Yeah, so the fans are getting absolutely wild opposite us. Sam was amongst, as I say, not that I'm jealous, but I'd rather sit in the home end and see me team win in person than be at home. So that's the substitute that me and Harry had to make. But I think we should hear from Eddie Howe on one foot in the door.
Yeah, the two saves he's made were big moments in the game. Adams' 1v1 is a huge time in the game where, the crowd are getting into the game. They began to get on top, and Nick stood up and made a great save. And then he made one shortly after as well. He's been outstanding for us this year. And the defence has played very well the majority of time in front of him, but whenever he's needed, he's produced the goods for us. Well, we're pleased to win the game. That was our aim before the match. But we know with the 1-0 scoreline's delicate, nothing's decided. Southampton are a very good team. They showed today they've got quality. So we go to next week with our fans behind us, and hopefully they can make the difference.
So Eddie Howe's played it down. There's still a job to do back at home, which, look, we are 1 foot in the door. But Harry, we heard from Eddie Howe there, you've got to be confident now, because our record at St James's Park against them is phenomenal. Yeah,
it is. And our record at St James's Park is phenomenal just in general. Like this year, we lost to Liverpool? Is that it? This
season, yeah.
Sorry.
And Sheffield Wednesday.
I'm thinking last calendar year. I'm still living in 2022. But yeah, I don't think we've lost there. Lost at home this season, and obviously our defensive record is absolutely phenomenal. So Southampton have got to score against us, which a lot of teams, even Arsenal, in their own home, have failed to do so. So they do have a really difficult task coming up against us, but obviously Newcastle have got to play as if it's a league game and try and win the game and get 3 hypothetical points and take us to Wembley.
Yeah, we kind of play for the draw. It's too much of a danger. We will talk more about the build-up to that game. Maybe even do a couple of previews, talk more about Wembley, what it would mean for fans, that kind of stuff closer to the tie. But I just wanted to, obviously tonight is fantastic. And please drop us a like and your comments on the feelings. Are we there, or are we jumping the gun a little bit? But just as a side note, because this game has kind of been the main story the last 24 hours, of course, but there is a potential transfer happening behind the scenes. Sam, I wanted to bring that up. Is everywhere's reporting it now is winger Anthony Gordon could potentially be on his way to Newcastle for up to 40 million. Is this a signing that excites you?
It doesn't give me the fizz, but it's look. We need a winger and we need a midfielder. Gordon's been on the radar for a while, and I know it's not exactly excited a lot, but I've been giving it some thought, and he fits the mould into what Eddie Howe wants to achieve, and the way he plays. He's a grafter. He works hard. He gets up and down. It could work, but he's got a lot to prove. He's only 21 years old, so it's fine for now.
Do they think we're Southampton fans?
We're not Southampton.
We're not Southampton fans. Newcastle fans. We're fucking mates.
We're fucking class. We're fucking class. We're fucking class.
It might be his dodgy accent.
Yeah.
That was funny. That'll have to be clipped up. Giving us grief, however. It's maybe because most of us are wearing neutral colours for obvious reasons. Anthony Gordon. Do you agree with Sam, or is it just a case that he's a player who hasn't played too many games? I think he's probably played under 50 professional games in his career, but it's his attitude maybe that fans like myself or others don't like, and every time we see him play him, he's one of those guys that, oh God, I can't stand him. But he might be ours one day, and is it a player that we might love?
Well, it's the attitude, it's the antics, it's the throwing himself to the ground, it's that kind of thing. But as Sam said, he does work hard. I think his defensive stats, his off-the-ball stats, his pressuring stats are very good. It does need to add a little bit of end product to his game for me. I think 40 million, bit overpriced personally. But
is that just because he's English?
Yeah, and I think... Yeah,
if he's French, he costs half the amount.
Yeah, and he plays for Everton, who are potentially heading down, so they want to maximise.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, but it doesn't really excite me. But then again, would I rather him over Jacob Murphy? He's 21.
Oh, you're using my tactic now.
I am, yeah. But yeah, it does surprise me a little bit, because I didn't think we were going to spend big this January, so I didn't think we were going to get a £40 million player. I'm a little bit surprised.
It could be instalments, like 6 million, like we have.
Yeah, it could be. I think it was reported 25 million with 15 add-ons, so it wouldn't be too bad if the add-ons were not to come in. But listen, it's more depth, it's more quality into the door, and yeah, I think it would be a welcome boost to the squad.
Now, before you get on your keyboard warriors in the comments saying, Sam's not interested, he's on his phone.
No, yeah, exactly. No, I'm uploading the instant match reaction, and I've just seen the thumbnail of me and Harry. It looks like there should be a love heart in the middle there, but I am going to keep it because I like it. But
check that thumbnail out so you realise why I'm absolutely pissing myself.
You're looking at me like you're in awe. But to your point about Anthony Gordon and the price tag, if he was called Antonio Gordon or Gordone, he'd cost 12 million. It is what it is. It's English tax, but there is a potential player to be had. He's playing in a god-awful Everton team where so much is wrong.
That's the thing. He could play if he plays with better players. Some players do up the game. But we thought we'd highlight that because we haven't touched upon the channel because I've been gallivanting for the last few days. There is a video down at the Sandbanks. Please watch it. You will like it. It's where the likes of Graham Souness and Gazan, the Redknaps and Tony Pulis all live. I go on a sightseeing tour. And on the way back home, I'll be popping into Stonehenge for the historic places. Please let us know, how did the stones appear there? I'd love to know your theory in the comments down below. But yeah, from St Mary's, we're all happy. Very happy chappies. We're 1 foot in the door.
Me, where is Did Newcastle fans see me? Fucking hell, Sam! You'd never even guess what happened to me tonight. I wasn't allowed in because apparently they found drugs on us. They didn't find drugs on us. But nonetheless, I broke in. I didn't break into anywhere. I just basically got on with some lads outside who were had a box in Southampton's box. And I went in with them.
Changed, man.
I went in with them and watched somebody score our winner. But I was pretending to be annoyed because anyway, I literally broke into their box and they let us in. They were having a fucking great laugh, and genuinely the police took us out. Like it was a big thing.
You've enjoyed yourself that night then.
Well, Coley, stand-up comedian.
Yeah, for people who are asking. Right, that is it. That was a wrap up. Thanks everyone. Drop us a like. The last word is just random as ever, but we'll love it like that. Take care everyone. Bye bye.